CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Gary, bright and early. You are here. Angels, good to see you. Marianne, hello, hello. How is everybody? Carrie, good to see you. Gary, Alexis, hello, hello. Hey, Danelle. Hey, Barbara. How is everybody doing? How is everybody? Marilyn, how are you? It's Friday. Hey, hey. Oops. Oh, I missed something. Where did I put it? I have no idea. What's everybody up to? Hey, Shay, how are you? Antifa evening, yes. My internet is messed up, but I'll try to be here. Well, I hope so, Danelle. Hey, Shay, good to see you. Hey, Angels. What has happened since I slept? Oh, what hasn't happened since you slept? That's a point. Hey, Gidgets, how are you? Monica, good morning. Hello. Hey, Kashif, good morning. All right, so as you're inviting people in and retweeting this, let me go ahead and read to you Luke chapter 6, verse 43. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Working hard and listening for the DC planes. Hey, Brian, good to see you. I'm great, Kashif. How are you? Hey, Asher, good morning. Hugh, good morning. Hello, hello, the right central. All right, so a tree is known by its fruit. For a good tree does not bear bad fruit, nor does a bad tree bear good fruit. For every tree is known by its own fruit. For men do not gather figs from thorn, nor do they gather grapes from a bramble bush. A good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good, and an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart brings forth evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaks. So amen, amen. Hey, Right Central, thank you. Thank you so much. We love you too. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, Gordon, good to see you. So there is so much information going on today. My gosh, there was just the White House was on lockdown. Hey, Sherry. And I guess one man is in custody, or one person, I should say. I have no idea. Didn't get to see what happened to that. I have no idea. Hey, Jules. I don't think they're saying too much about it right now. Thank you, Gidget. You're welcome for the good word. The word is absolutely great. Sherry, I don't know. And it was funny because the president and the first lady just left this morning. Hey, Chicago Pops. And I would imagine they, basically had just gotten on the plane to leave for their Asia trip. And I can imagine how frightening that was for them with their son left behind. Yeah, Gidget, supposedly the person has been arrested in custody. Hey, Marlene, good to see you. So, Spectrum making trouble. In what way, Barbara? Donna Brazil's a Russian, Asher said. That new hashtag. Jules, they haven't said. Air Force plane going up and down my county, up and down right before Trump took off. That's weird. Hey, Shauna, good to see you. Thanks for inviting everybody and retweeting everyone. I hope that you can. Oh, Spectrum is your internet provider. Donna be shaking your head. Yeah. Thank you for inviting your followers and retweeting. I hope everybody can retweet this. I went through Twitter, so hopefully you can retweet it and bring people in. Let's see. I think I moved everything around. Did everybody notice that President Trump's Twitter was down last night? His Twitter account was down. Read the Politico chapter from Donna Brazil. I don't know. Hey, Cully, thank you for inviting and thank you for being here. Shauna, hello. And I am, hey, Catherine, good to see you. I, I'm surprised that people didn't, there wasn't a trend on Twitter about his Twitter account being down. Yes, prayer warriors praying for him. Absolutely, Kimberly. Please remember a Pakistani Christian in your prayers. Everybody, please remember the Pakistani Christians in our prayers. Hey, Robin, good morning. Josette, good morning. So they went down for 11 minutes. President Trump said it was a rogue employee, and it basically was. Prayers for our president and our family, absolutely. Customer support employee in the last day briefly deactivated it, according to Twitter. Yeah, it was done on purpose. I'm sure, Marianne. Last day, no coincidence, right? So that was pretty bad. But it was 11 minutes before people noticed it. Did you hear the ridiculous rumor that the Department of Defense is doing an EMP drill tomorrow? Daniel, I don't know if that's ridiculous, because I'll tell you why. Unless he got misinformation. Amir Sarfati from BeholdIsrael.org was saying in San Francisco there is going to be an EMP drill tomorrow. So he doesn't make stuff up. Unless somebody fed him bad information, which typically that doesn't happen. But that's what he said. Yes, and that's what he was kind of worried about, that all that drill was going on right during Antifa. And EMP, that's, I guess the best way to say it, like electronic pulsation. What it does, it would knock out all of anything with technology, Marianne. EMP, it would just knock out your ability to be on the phone, have your car working, anything. So he's very concerned. Josette said the left is eating their own. Yes, they are. He's very, thank you. Electronic magnetic pulse. Wipe out all electronics, including everything in your car. And that's why they say if they had an EMP attack in the United States, people would start dying. And they would. I don't know what's going to happen with that kind of drill, Gidget. I don't know if it, and Daniel, I haven't heard that it's nationwide. It could be, but it doesn't surprise me that San Francisco would be doing it on a day. Hey, here at the last was, hey, Lee. That San Francisco would be doing something like that on a day when Antifa has said, San Francisco is one of the targeted areas. And he's worried about getting back to Israel, and I don't blame him. And he said something, and I may, don't quote me on this, because I just remember that I think he said that they was going to disrupt the airlines for an hour or so or something like that. He was concerned about that in any event. And there's a book called 1 Second After. Marianne, if you want to know more about EMP, it's a fiction, but you should really read that. By their hundreds, I think they should redo the credit system. I hate it. Israel stood with us against the UN yesterday. Yep. That would leave us vulnerable to our enemies, Daniel said. Yes, it would. Hey, John, good morning. Yeah, it is a great book, Freebird. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, literally, people don't understand, how it would take down everything. It's like I've told you guys before, and people who are in here that may not have heard me, when the electricity went out in several states, including California, our cell towers went down and everything else, people did not know how to handle it. They freaked out. They were running through red lights. You come into red lights and they're not working. Hey, Robert, they're not working and they don't know what to do. Thank you for the flowers, Robert. Thank you. And they just didn't know what to do. And so if you had that on a massive scale throughout the United States, we would be in serious trouble. And then think about all these people who are dependent upon, their machines to work, to be able to breathe, to be able to function, and generators can only work for so long, if the generators would work at all at that point. So it would be an absolute catastrophe. And why they're doing it on the weekend like that, I have no idea. What if they take it down and cannot get it up? Barbara, I know this is going to sound funny, but I don't know if California cares. There are a ton of military aircraft flying over this morning, Asher said. PFADs and LFADs have gas generators. That's why a lot of people, honestly, were looking to buy some of the older trucks and cars because they fear that something like this is going to happen. And so the older trucks don't have all the electronics in it. You're flying into California. Oh, you're flying in California. Maybe another way to distract. Could be Kimberly. I mean, there is absolutely no telling. There's no telling to know how bad this is going to be with Antifa, if it's really going to be, if they're going to do anything or not. They claim that that's just made up by the right. They're not going to do anything. But they took out a new, a full page ad in the New York Times, supposedly. I have no idea. Google Starfish Prime. Okay. Hey, Patrick, good morning. Were the planes flying over in California? I haven't seen anything. I mean, Californians probably wouldn't know if they were. I do know yesterday, and I don't think anything was found out. Some boom went off in San Diego that a number of people felt it, and they had no idea where it was coming from. It was not, hey, Mike, it wasn't an earthquake, and they have no explanation for it. Now, we have a lot of bases around there, but we weren't hearing anything yesterday in regards to bases doing anything. Pray all National Guard on call tomorrow. Sonic boom from military jet. Mike, it could have been, but it went much further. It went across the entire county and into they felt it all over San Diego. North, south, and downtown, whatever. It was in the morning, Robert. I think around 9-ish. Liberals can scream at the planes on the 8th. There you go, Cully. They also happened in the Upper West Side of South Carolina a few days ago. Peace, I live with you, Jesus. We trust him. I missed the rest of it. Hey, Hassan, good to see you. So I don't know what it is, and people are asking questions we haven't found out. We do, have a lot of military, but typically we're told if the military is having an exercise, or we're at least told after. No, the Blue Angels aren't there right now, so. And the Blue Angels, I mean, if they're practicing, it would be boom, 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 something like that. It wouldn't shake the entire county. Robin said they've had booms like that, too. There. Wow. And Asher, remind me again, you're in California, right? So that you saw the military aircraft flying over in California? Because I keep forgetting where you are. So who knows what's going on? It could be, it could be military training they're not telling us about, but it's just odd that it went across the entire county. Let's see. Get prepared just in case. Yeah. As Silicon Valley. Okay, so Asher's in Northern California. And she's saying that all these aircraft are flying over. Flying over there a lot in Texas. Hey, Lisa, good morning. I heard we have drills for DMP. That's what we were just talking about, Freebird. I know that Amir Sarfati, who's the head of beholdisrael.org, was saying they're going to have one that he knew of in San Francisco. So I don't know if it's all across the United States. It seems like an odd weekend to have them. It's also, I think we go off, in California at least, we go off daylight savings time. Everything's happening. I know, love Amir. He's great. Fort Bliss in El Paso is quiet, John said. Well, that's good to know. Oh, Marlene says here too. Okay. And Marlene, where are you again? Yeah, he's an ex-IDF. He knows a lot of information. Our base is totally silent here. We live in the flight path of planes. Barbara said he knows stuff. He does. Very much. Gonna have to close my blinds just a little bit. Sorry. There we go. Too much light. Trump will be blamed for leaving the country with Saturday protests. Probably, Marianne. Quiet here in America's nuclear arsenal. I'm in California, Pismo Beach, Central Coast, but it's a small town. Not much happens. Pismo Beach is beautiful there. Quiet in New Jersey. Well, that's good. Robin said, I live near a major airport, so we always have planes flying over. In Kentucky, if you're truly afraid of this, keep prepper equipment in a Faraday cage. I don't know what a Faraday cage is. Is it up at 29 Palms? I don't know if anything is going on at 29 Palms. That's better. You are sounding like Max's headroom. Well, actually, all I did, Lisa, was close the blinds. So, aluminum mesh screen. Okay. and Kimberly, you're in Tampa. An EMP would teach the liberals a lesson. It would teach everybody a lesson, Daniel. Unfortunately, and I don't think that's a lesson that I want to go through or have to happen so that it affects everybody and on the left and causes them to learn a lesson. Let's see some other information. Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman said he's accusing actor John Grisham in the 1980s of being a part of a child sex ring and of assaulting him. Does anybody? I don't remember John Grisham. All I remember John Grisham being is an author. Hey, Danielle. Over 1,500 weapons stored here underground, Patrick said. He wants $10 million to out the rest. Well, I mean, see, there again, if you want to do something because it's the right thing to do, then you need to do that and quit asking for money. Because when you do that, you look shady. And his credibility is going to be lacking if he keeps this up. Hey, Monica. But he said months ago it was a high-profile person. This guy is a nobody. Nikolai, no EMP attack is just an army exercise that they hold 4 times a year to be prepared just in case of an attack, Nikolai said. God will out the rest. Look up NBC Bay Area. We had a drill for first responders to bombs at AT&T Park in San Francisco, October 28th. A Faraday cage would work, Gary said. I love that the filthy call each other unrighteous. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do something like that, again, don't be asking for money. You just go and do the right thing. That's all. Catherine said, I saw a brown beret calling for people to meet in a Chicano park in San Diego on the 3rd and 4th. Wouldn't surprise me. I know exactly what that Chicano park is. I know where it's at. Wouldn't surprise me. I think, people are wondering, is anything going to happen, or is this all talk? I don't really know. I don't know if it's just going to be a protest. I don't know if people are going to get violent, but you have to worry about people who are kind of sick people, and they see something like this and they join in, like the guy in Walmart in Colorado shooting people at random. Trust Jesus above all else? Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. Let's see. 4 women have now accused Danny Masterson of violent rape. I don't know who these people are. I don't follow actors and actresses all that much. So Danny Masterson, I don't know. They said that he is a Scientologist. And they said that when he was, there was one woman back in 2004 that said he raped her. And the Scientology church had 50 people file like affidavits and say what she was saying wasn't true. Yes, de Blasio does need to be voted out next week. That would be great. Also, Nancy Pelosi, she endorsed Dianne Feinstein today. I know you're going to find that unusual and surprising, but she wants Dianne Feinstein to run again. Sure, protect your own pedos. Yeah, and apparently there are other women in the Scientology church that came forward and said this was happening and told the church. So I guess it's being looked into. I don't know. I know that what I read was that they had done a lot of investigation on Masterson, but everything was being stalled at this point. And I guess the person who wrote the article thought it might have something to do with the Church of Scientology stalling it. I have no idea. Lee exposes them. Yep. Time for Feinstein to retire. Chicago Pop, she's what, 84? And she'll be, 90 something? 90 if she runs again. I mean, this woman is going to be just dying in office. Catherine says she's staying at home. Joy Viola's campaign address was the address of Scientology. Yeah, from what they were saying, Matt Couch was saying that all donations that were going to her were going into the Church of Scientology. Now, I don't know if that was for her kind of feeling out and see if she should run for Congress, if it was those donations, I don't know. Gary said if you could enclose your house with a Faraday cage, that would protect against an EMP attack. Let's all go out and get those. I think even Pelosi's afraid of the new guard. I think so, Lisa. Pelosi's either on drugs or has Alzheimer's, John Henry said. I think that Pelosi is just, a lot of these people. Hey, Fred, I hope I'm as healthy at 84, but she's got to go. Fred, again, she's pretty on the ball. If you listen to her in any of these meetings, she's very much on the ball. But she's 84, and she'll be 90 when her term is up if she gets wins his reelection. And it's just like, my gosh, go enjoy yourself. Instead of doing that. And John McCain, I saw John McCain the other day. He's starting to really look bad. I was giving a speech at, I guess maybe it was a military academy or something like that. And he seemed to have hey Teresa, he seemed to have a little trouble walking up to the microphone and seemed a little shaky. Yeah, 84 is a good age to retire. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying let somebody else in to do it now and just kind of go enjoy yourself. 84 is like, just enjoy yourself. Pray for the tumor to, no. No, Kimberly, I don't wish anyone ill will. And if John McCain could have a miracle for himself and his health, I pray that happens for him. No ill will. I don't like his politics, but I don't want to have any harm for him. Yeah, I know, Monica, there was a rumor that a bunch of them are on Alzheimer's drugs, according to the pharmacist. I don't know if that was a rumor or real. Who knows? Katie's another one that's got to go, but I think that it's his last term. Yeah, like I said, he was very shaky going to the podium, and he seemed to have everything written out so that he could remember everything. It's sad. I mean, it really is sad to see. But he definitely, Kelly Ward needs to get in there. And John needs to enjoy, his time with his family. And stop trying now, like I said, Jeff Flake is taking over for him. I noticed McCain's face is cleared of age spots. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Daniel. His face did look different to me. So, will he recall he's a Republican? No, Barbara, I don't think so, because he hasn't recalled that he's a Republican for last 10, 20 years. It's unfortunate that we will watch him go downhill. I watched my dad do that, Marlene said. When we stop hearing from him, the end is near. Sad no matter. Yes, Lisa. McCain is an embarrassment. Please go away, John said. I got the message at 70 and knew it was time to go. Hard thing to do, but we all must walk away. Yes. Well, sports figures walk away much younger, right? They have to stop playing in their at least early 40s. So they have to, and models, right? So some people have to walk away a lot younger. But I think, I'm also for the Supreme Court. I really think they should limit the age on there. And stop letting people be in there until they're, dead. Yep, hanging up in the early 30s if you're an athlete. Yep. What does it say about a man that doesn't go home to spend his last days with his family? Yeah. I know. I think a lot of people, except Gorsuch. But I think, maybe capping it off at Jules at 80 years old for the Supreme Court. Good morning, mighty blessed one. How are you? I mean, that would be, I think that would be a good age to just cap it off. But, I mean, there is no retirement age. But, look at Ginsburg. I'm sorry, she's slept through a lot of stuff. And, or it appears that she has. And so that's not good for the country, It really isn't. And, a lot of times other people write the things too. In JP post on Donald Trump. Okay. She's crazy. Jules said Ginsburg needs to retire. Yeah, a lot of the law clerks actually typically write the opinion, and they look at it and accept it or not. So a lot of people don't know that. They think that they write it themselves. Good morning, Jerry. You carried water up the hill from the spring, and that was hard work, Monica. No running water or electricity up in the mountains in West Virginia. Having to use the old outhouse was always so scary. Wow. Yeah, so let's see. There's a second actress that has come forth, and she's accusing Dustin Hoffman. So, it's amazing, as we've talked about in here before, God is exposing everything and everybody that has any type of evil connected to them, from the smallest industry to the largest industry. I don't know why it's happening at this time, but it's happening in full force, and it's like a steamroller, and people are just watching it happen. It's amazing. Was it Mrs. Robinson? No, that would be the other way around. Chicago Pops. I can't take this Hollywood stuff anymore. Well, Marianne, there's probably a lot more to come. Yeah, because it is time, Shauna said, and that's why it's all being exposed. Isn't he just getting ready for his return? Yeah, isn't it just getting ready for his return? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. We're in the last days. Hey, Amanda. Dustin Hoffman did a movie with a casting couch in it. How dare he? Yeah. I mean, it's really sick to see people prey on other people. I mean, it really is, no matter what it is. And you have to, when people do that, it's more about them than it is about their victim, that they want to victimize people. So, it's sad to see, but again, God is exposing all of it, and people can't hide from it. SEIU, I don't know if you know, they act like the casting couch is a joke. I know it's been that way forever. Saw the DOJ and FBI were trending on Twitter. A part of Donald Trump had said this morning, or was it last night, recently, that he's very disappointed in the DOJ, that they're not going after Hillary. He can't order it, and he's wondering where DOJ is on it. Congress can order it, and they're not doing anything either. So, yeah, he can be disappointed with the DOJ. He also should be disappointed with Congress, who is sitting there not doing anything, because they could have a special counsel. I know. Well, Jerry, it's going to keep taking. I know there's rumors coming out that Podesta's, probably going to be today, and that Uma is going to be in a couple of days, be indicted. I have no idea who they're going to indict. I mean, Tony Podesta probably, it's probably a given because he stepped down, and it just seems reasonable. Johnny said, if Sodom and Gomorrah existed today, what would they look like? L.A. and D.C.? Whew. Yeah, those are rumors, supposedly from Anonymous, I think, or some big group. Shauna, was that Anonymous? Was that who's saying all of that? Podesta today and Uma coming up. And again, those are all rumors. Awan's Uranium 1, Podesta, Hillary for America. How much more facts do they need? 4chan. Podesta brothers are the worst. Yeah, and again, if you're going to go after Tony Podesta, aren't you going to have to look also at John Podesta and the entire Podesta group? Because if they funneled money anywhere during that, they need to know. So I would think. Yes, Anonymous said that it's, as far as Podesta, they also said more to follow. Yeah. I think you got to look at all of them. You got a connection there, and you've got to look at all of it. Sessions recused himself from those I heard so wrong, Monica said. Yeah, but did he recuse himself from Uranium 1 also, Monica, or just Russia in general? What did you hear? Because I didn't hear a recusal from anything else other than the election. And the new Podesta group head, Kimberly Fritz, was involved in Uranium 1 too. Who was it, Jerry? I mean, I think the guy, Weissman, who Mueller has on his team, was also involved in Uranium 1 in some way. It was an anonymous poster from Underground Patriot Entrenched posted to 4chan. Okay. So again, rumors. Did you see Hannity last night with the Clinton funnelings? I did not see Hannity last night. Donna Brazil has more credibility since the book these last few days for sure. Donna Brazil, let's just make sure that Donna doesn't commit suicide. Yep, same lawyer, Mark Elias. I believe Bush and Obama also benefited from uranium. Oh, the whole Obama group and everybody in that administration could have benefited from it, including Holder, Mueller, Rosenstein. Trying to think of some more. Maybe Comey. Comey came in there kind of late. Maybe Lynch. How come you block curse words against Trump but not against Democrats? I block curse words against anybody who's cursing. It's only the ones, the Democrats, I guess, who are cursing. I thought so too. Follow the money. Yep. I don't think Sessions wants to blow open the Uranium One issue, or he would have one day one. Yeah, no cursing in here. Cut, you bring up the craziest things. I don't know what your point is, but, you know, maybe stay on point. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Sessions is quickly becoming a disappointment. Robin said, Congressman says Jeff Sessions has recused himself on Uranium One deal. Well, and you know, Monica, I'll tell you, hey, Debbie, it's like I said before, I think there's a connection between all of it. Uranium One, going up to the dossier as well, and through the election. It's all, the common denominator through there is Russia, for one, the Democrats, for two. So, you know, that's a lot of it. If you look at uranium, then you will see the whole gang, Podesta, Holder, Barry, the entire gang is crooked, Johnny said. Those yellow cakes traveling were ordered by Obama in 2010, Catherine said. And Catherine, as I've said, I believe they're on their way to Iran and ultimately to go against Israel. Sessions is a very confusing individual to us Trumpsters. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I understand why in the beginning he did what he did and why he recused himself. He had no other choice. Thank you, Cut. So, you know, again, somebody in Congress needs to step up, ask for a special prosecutor. If the DOJ is not going to do it, Congress, you have the power to do it. Do it. Do it. Sessions complimented the prosecutor on the Bundy case. Now, why would he do that? I don't know. I don't know what point. I might go and look at that up and see what he said and what point he was complimenting, if it was something in general or specifically. Josette, with or without Sessions, help POTUS will get justice. Yes. Are uranium probably going to Pakistan, Iran, and Korea, the highly enriched uranium? Jerry, you know it's got to be going to North Korea because Iran and North Korea work together. So there you go, you know. But Congress has got to step up. And we're always disappointed in them because they're not stepping up. Catherine said it went to Canada, then shipped to Europe. Sessions needs to be fired if he won't do his job. I think, you know, again, I said this the other day. Hey, Robin, there's a connection between all of it. I feel it and everything. And all of these people that were there for all of those years and who they turned it over to, that has to be looked at. And we're not doing that. And everybody, if you could retweet this, we're past the halfway point. If you retweet it, invite followers, I'd really appreciate it. Did you see all the Koreans dead? Yes, from the collapsing. They said about 200 at least, they thought. And that's from doing all of those, like the testing that they're doing. And then collapsing on the wall on top of them. And it collapsed on the people, the rescuers as well, I heard. North Korea, yeah. I saw a video on this very good intelligence website that describes how it's all connected. Carrie, if you want to DM me that website, that'd be great. What about the informant? Are you talking about Christopher Steele, or are you talking about the FBI? Oh, you're talking about the FBI guy that knew about everything in Uranium One. Haven't heard any more about it. Kills his own people. Yeah, Barbara, he doesn't care about his people. I mean, it's very, very sad. And they have to worship him. Okay, Carrie, thank you. Yeah, I've said there all along. There's got if there isn't a connection, it still needs to be investigated, because when you look at it, there's got to be a connection. What about Debbie Wasserman Schultz? Yeah, we haven't heard anything about Debbie and the Alwine brothers, really. And we were told, I guess it was Donna Brazil, said that she waited like, what, a month before she said anything in regards to the money that went out for the dossier. I mean, God, that Donna Brazil better be careful. And maybe she put it all out in the book because she's hoping if she gets it out there that nobody's going to do anything. Did Trump make a mistake with his cabinet? Too many resignations and scandals? No, I don't think so. I think that in the past that you would have gotten these people and they would have just stayed on. You wouldn't have heard anything about it. But if you've got the swamp around you and you've got to get rid of the swamp, sometimes you got to be picking from the swamp, and it's going to take a while to find out who the swamp is. I know, Lee. Thank you. Hey, Johnny, good to see you. So, you just have to you just have to go through some people. Well, no, Sessions didn't do anything wrong. Flynn hasn't. He hasn't even been indicted, and Clovis is just being he talked to Mueller and then he resigned. He just took himself out of consideration. So those are examples of people that there's nothing been proven against them that they're bad. You may not like what they're doing. You may not like what they do, but they're not criminals. They haven't been indicted. Good morning, Susie. No, it's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, Flynn did nothing. I mean, I don't know what they're going to find with Manafort. I really don't know. And again, I'm not going to convict somebody and say they're a criminal without them being prosecuted. No, it's not about admitting anything, Cut. It's about looking at facts and going off of facts. I go off of facts. If they go through a trial and they've been convicted, then I'll say they've been convicted and they're guilty. But until they go through a trial and that happens, I'm not going to call anybody guilty. And just because somebody gets indicted doesn't mean they're guilty. Yeah, facts, not feelings. Exactly, Robin. No, I don't. Whatever you said, unless they're good, I don't understand what you're talking about. And stop generalizing. Cut. Donna Brazil is contemplating suicide or Arkansas, as some call it. Johnny said, but I think that's maybe why she put everything out into a book, because she needs to protect herself. Hey, Spencer, good to see you. And that's why she did it. She wanted to get all the facts out there in case she ended up, suicidal somewhere. Then people would have the proof and they would know what she said. Full disclosure by Donna may save her life. Absolutely, Jerry. It pretty much could. And again, it's on the table. And if something happens to her, it's going to look really, really suspicious. You can be indicted for anything, and that means nothing. And good point, too, Barbara, because they haven't even decided if a prosecutor is going to take the case and move forward. That's the next step, and that hasn't occurred. So, I mean, I don't believe in convicting people and calling them guilty when there hasn't been a trial. That's, if that happened to you, you certainly would not want somebody accusing you and convicting you in the public arena. You can have speculations and allegations, but you can't say they're guilty or whatever. Josette said, remember, this whole Russia thing is a big fat lie. Sweep the swamp along with the bathwater and baby, then replace them with American patriots, Gary said. It's odd that he's not even done anything about any of this in regards to Sessions. Oh, she is suicidal, ask Hillary. She would know. Dr. Hillary. So yesterday I was noticing, too, that Lee had a scope, and he was talking about Milo and Robert Mercer. So in case you didn't hear anything about it, Robert Mercer, a billionaire investor who contributes financially to many conservative causes, is stepping down as co-chief executive of the hedge fund giant Renaissance Technologies. On Thursday, he announced his resignation and made an attempt to distance himself from Breitbart News chief Stephen Bannon and political commentator Milo. Bernie had to have been paid off to later join Hillary. Shauna, he was. Here's what happened. Right after He got a new house. I think it was a $600,000 house. And also, he's able to use the DNC's jet to go wherever he wants when it's available for, I think, ever. So either it's a big coincidence, but it happened right after. The new house and car and the ability to use their jet. He wasn't too concerned about losing, no. Robert Mercer's daughter runs Cambridge Analytica. Hey, Highway Ed, how are you? So I guess that he said, I supported Milo in the hope and expectation that his expression of views contrary to the social mainstream and his spotlighting of the hypocrisy of those who would close down free speech in the name of political correctness would promote the type of open debate and freedom of thought that is being throttled on many American colleges and campuses. But in my opinion, actions of and statements by Milo have caused pain and divisiveness, undermining the open and productive discourse that I had hoped to facilitate. I was mistaken to have supported him and for several weeks have been in the process of severing all ties with him. So, when you lose a billionaire's money, that's never a good thing. So they're going to have to go out and try to find another billionaire, I guess. And if you want to know the other things that Lee was saying, I'm not going to repeat them in here. You'll have to go listen to Lee's scope from yesterday, and you can hear the other things that he was saying. But I'm not going to repeat them in here. Yeah, Jules, I don't know. And I don't even want to get into Lee Stranahan. He used to work with Milo, and he's, Trump is draining a very deep swamp. He ranks high as a president to me. Absolutely, Shauna. Absolutely. It's amazing what he's doing. And I liked what he said this morning before he got on the plane. He said, when ISIS hits us, we hit 10 times harder. I know, Robin. Hello, Missing Link. How are you? Oh, so that's Gidget, not Gidgets. I can't even, I tell you. When somebody types it again, I can see it. Thank you for typing the name again, Barbara. So much infighting among conservatives. Oh, you're in California. I'm sorry, Gidget, that you're in California. I am too. Yeah, I don't believe any polls really about what they're saying about Donald Trump. You have to go to a lot of resources. I would place Donald Trump probably number 1 or 2 cut, and I would place Ronald Reagan as number 1 or 2. So they're right there together. Words are so painful to Marxists, they lose it, Gary said. Donna's revelations will cost the DNC donors. Spencer, the donors aren't really running in there to the DNC. See, you're not objective. Oh, come on. Will you quit trying to be like, I don't know, the person who decides what other people can and can't do, when it's right or wrong, what other people do. Either just enjoy yourself, quit trying to, do that, or just go to another scope. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody has a right to it. Quit judging other people. Hillary's policies and antics are now further splitting the party. Dishonorable discharge, loss of rank and pay, and no jail time for Bergdahl, Hughes said. Oh, that's great. No jail time for Bergdahl. There you go. I know, Robin. I can understand that. You're welcome, Teresa. No, Hillary's not going to shut up because Hillary said she's ready to be president again if you need her to be. Or not again, but she'll run for president again. Polls said Hillary was going to win. Facial egg, yes. And hey, John, maybe those polls were made up by the Russians. No, I don't think Trump's presidency is a joke. Hillary is delusional. Fox News on Sanders' wife. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see about Sanders' wife. And see if Sanders is going to be connected to it, because he is the one also who they're saying asserted his authority to try to help her get that deal. I know, Jules. Hillary had to talk now because jails don't have many sideshows she can visit, Shauna said. Jerry said, wow, Hillary might do prison time. You know, hey, Don, a slap on the wrist, and there were another words. Geez. Hillary is, what, 30 some years at not going to jail? Teflon Hillary? I don't know. At this point, I really don't know. Hey, Ben, how are you? I just think that she's gotten away with a lot of stuff. Always look at the breakdown of people polled, very telling. Yes, and who's doing the polling bad. Yeah. Russians made me vote for Trump at gunpoint, not, John said. Yeah, looking at some of those, the advertisements that they're saying sort of swayed people, half of them I didn't see, and the other half, it's like, you got to be kidding me. This is supposed to persuade me? Yeah, missing links. It might be time to replace Jeff at this point. I know that he did what he had to do, but if he's going to be ineffective because he can't do anything, then I think that no, Trump's not going to get impeached. I think that maybe time to replace him with somebody who doesn't have any links to the past and doesn't have any baggage. The Clintons have been working it a while now. They're experts at it, Catherine. In 2018, when Congress changes MAGA, the Today Show didn't even talk about it this morning. Is it true Trump was taken off Twitter? Yes. He was taken off of Twitter for 11 minutes by what appears to be a disgruntled customer service guy from Twitter who was on, it was his last day. The ads are gone and we will love Trump. Yes. I bet something else comes out of Friday afternoon drop, maybe Podesta. Yeah, Jerry, probably. Sure was a disgruntled guy. Sure it was I don't know if it was a guy or a woman, but it was their last day and Twitter's doing like an internal investigation. Bet he was sent home early. Yeah, maybe. Maybe so. Should have been sent home, obviously, a few days before then, right? If he was that kind of individual, maybe there was a reason for his last day, his or her. This university in my hometown, I hate to say this, is calling for campus police to be disarmed and for all funds meant to go towards purchasing weapons to be reallocated to bolster student mental health services on campus. So that's in North Carolina. I think the Oval Office has been a joke since the Democrats left it. Yeah, since Obama was there. Is that what you're saying? Full Metal Jacket? Yeah, I agree. President Twitter is of national importance. Full Metal Jacket. No, Full Metal Jacket said he believes it's been a joke since Obama was president. I think you just misread it. So the Student Action Coalition held a rally on campus to make their stipulations known. And if demands are not met and negotiations are not met, they said their next steps will be taken. Yeah, I know. Bergdahl, no jail time. Yep. Yeah, Kimberly, you must have missed it. I said that a minute ago. It was Hillary's second job, Catherine said. No. So, Bo Bergdahl, no jail time. Yep. Obama's literally 2 miles from the White House. Does he live next to Lee? Because Lee's 2 miles from the White House, too. I'm invisible when I drive. Also, Hugh's invisible. University of Alberta decides pumpkins and being white are racist, just saying. Oh, wow. The disrespect shown is to Obama's legacy. Is Obama's legacy. What's your opinion on Michelle Obama's comments about boys and men? It's horrible. But I have said for a while now that what they're trying to do is for the election, well, Full Metal, just because you don't like Trump's tweets doesn't mean that other people don't like him. I personally like the fact that he is connected to the American people. And that's how he connects with us. And I like that. I want to know what my president is doing, what he's thinking. Yes, and if you don't, the good point, Donna, Robin, if you don't like it, then just unfriend him on, quit following him on Twitter. Now, what I was saying about Michelle Obama, I think it was very racist of her to say that. It's very whatever, divisive, whatever you want to say. It wasn't racist, though. I'll take that back because it was about just men and boys. And we talked about that yesterday, where she was saying that boys, get too much love, they get too much attention, blah, blah, blah. I think it's all divisiveness because they want to make it out like it's gender discrimination. Really, she's coming out and saying that in certain ways it's sexist. Thank you. Women are better than men. Women need to be the president. But Full Metal Jacket, that's your opinion. If he wants to do that, you don't have to look at his tweets. I wonder how her girls are going to turn out. Oh, I'm sure just perfect. Get you. She must be mad at her old man. She's ridiculous. She called white Republicans racist. I know, she is racist, Susie. I mean, she has said some really racist things. But under the protection of, that African Americans can't be racist. But it's racist statements. It really is. So, does anybody think that George Papadopoulos, do you think that he was, do you think he's been wearing a wire? Ada said, so glad that he's back up because ATA absolutely missed out on those 11 minutes and so glad that the 11 minutes are over and they're back up. Bergdahl, previously undiagnosed mental illness, no jail time. Puh. I heard Papadopoulos was a plant. Yeah, I mean, maybe he was. And that they're saying that's why he was. Then that's why they didn't say anything. He's pretty bottom of the barrel. That they used him and, he pled guilty and they didn't tell anybody because they wanted to use him to wire him. Twitter was trying to terrorize us. That's what it was. That's my opinion. Never thought of that, Robert said. His name is Michael. Oh, God, John. I have not been happy with everything Trump has done. I knew that was coming, though. None of them have been perfect in anybody's book. Spencer said, the president is a man. God protect us. Haman will hang, Alexis said. White House didn't get remodeled for nothing. Yep. Yeah, the Hildebeest is in control of the DNC, Susie said. I don't know that Hillary, they want her gone. The DNC wants Hillary out of there. They also want Feinstein gone as well. Because you've got a guy from California, Kevin De Leon, who wants to take her place. She's no longer useful. Yeah, Hillary's no longer useful. And I think Hillary, to them, is kind of an embarrassment and a liability. Hillary is the albatross, Jerry said. Throw her over the boat. Yeah, so they want to get in young blood, because everybody else is just a kind of a liability. Pelosi, there's been talk about De Leon. Oh, you like De Leon? At ATA, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you like him. But I think they just, they've got to get in new blood. They want Pelosi out. They want Feinstein out for sure. They want Hillary to go away. Kamala Harris is just horrible. Horrible. I prefer Feinstein, Catherine said. Waters is crazy. Bergdahl, yeah, I know. We were talking about that, Danielle. Yeah, they're saying basically he had an underlying mental health illness that nobody knew about, and so he got off, yeah. Hillary needs a house to fall on her. Why is that, John? Feinstein's for Hildebeest tweets. Sorry, had to make a call. No problem, Danielle. Feinstein has overstayed her welcome. Feinstein is, she is still, she has all her mental faculties for Feinstein. I'd say that. Unlike Pelosi, who sometimes I'm not sure what she's talking about. Jammu Green, who is a Hillary supporter, was on Fox and Friends this morning, say people who are attacking Hillary are being racist or sexist, whatever. Hillary is the wicked witch. Who said that? I couldn't read that. Sorry. What's up with people hating Joy? Jules, they don't like Joy because this is what understanding from watching Matt Couch in his scope yesterday. She's a Scientologist who said that she was a Christian, I guess, who didn't say that she was a Scientologist when they first met her. She wants to run for Congress. Supposedly donations from that little campaign of hers, seeing if she should do that and run for Congress. The donations that they're saying are going right to the Scientology. And so they're saying, bottom line, she lied to Trump supporters, and she's using Trump supporters. Mexico thinks and her friend, I guess that Kaya Jones, disavowed their friendship, Shauna said, yes. I don't think Pelosi knows what she is talking about, Dawn said. I have suspected Pelosi of being on psychotropics forever, Spencer said. She supported BLM too, I think. Yeah, she did. A lot of people tried to say that support for BLM, well, she was young, she didn't know any better, and it was a social group or whatever. But they've seen other posts from her. And if it's all true, if they're not photoshopped, and there's a guy that has, I think it's at Real Vinny Ellis or whatever, he's got all the stuff there. And there's stuff as recent as like October the 16th, 2016, that says that she was making fun of like Trump supporters and kind of lying to everybody. So, Vinny James, okay, at Real Vinny James. Couldn't remember his name. I saw it, went there, and he's really on top of it. And also they're saying that so is Leah Remini, whatever. What's the latest on Sessions? We talked about Sessions, so. All right, Robin, you have a great weekend too. See you on Monday. You might want to go back and listen to the replay. We talked about Sessions and a lot of stuff, so. Wizard of Oz, Wicked Witch, John said. Who is they? The commies? Catherine, I don't know what I was talking about then. So I read Joy's tweets, called her out. She called me a bigot. Oh well. Yeah, I'm still here listening, just not feeling well. I'm sorry, Robin. Let's all pray for Robin that she gets feeling better. She's really been not doing well lately. I appreciate you so much, Susan. God bless you. God bless you too, Daniel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and your coming into the scopes and talking with everybody. You have a safe weekend. Are we leaving already? We've got like 3 minutes. We have a couple of minutes. Thank you, Jules. Yeah, prayers for Robin. Everybody's praying for you, Robin. Oh, you're welcome. Like to bring the prayers in. On the bright side, Trump is involved with the public. On the bad side, no, the office is not a joke. Set your clocks back. Yeah, that's right. This is the weekend. We have to go back to go off of daylight savings time. Not good. Yeah, be careful on the 4th. Just, God is in control. Saved it her tweet, so she said she's a dominatrix, Susie? That's weird. Yeah, dark. And as we're saying, Shauna, right? Or today when I first came in, I was saying that everything that the evil's being exposed. I'm telling you, from the top down to the very bottom. Yeah, she may be confused. We won't be here Monday. Antifa is supposed to kill us tomorrow, John said. New word of the month, cisgender. Safety to everyone, Asher said. Robin said, thank you all for prayers. I bought some vitamin D and a little sun lamp for the winter. Good idea. Yes, Real Vinny James posted everything online. If you want to go there and research it yourself and see what you think, it's all there at Real Vinny James. Yeah, so thanks for another great scope. Everyone have a safe weekend and see you all on Monday. Okay, Chicago Pops, thank you so much. If you would please retweet this, would really appreciate it. If Trump were a Democrat president, first of all, I wouldn't have voted for him. So there you go. My God is bigger than Antifa. Absolutely, Daniel. You have a great one too, Danielle, thank you. Yes, Texas. Yeah. See, yeah, I'm in California, so California. Oh my gosh. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Please retweet this. Thank you for sharing. God bless you. Everybody have a safe weekend. And who knows, I might be on this weekend. See you then. All right, guys. Take care. All right. YouTubers, thank you so much. God bless you. And we'll see you again really soon. Take care.